Jujutsu tag, art of striking as well, the pressure point 365 attacks on the central nervous system. The art is a powerful art because it combines several hundreds of thousands of techniques. And as you per se, when you look at this tape, you probably might go, hey, you know, what is that you have different than the other arts have? Well, for instance, to uproot a person when your adrenaline is pumping, it's kind of different. Okay, that's why it's different. This art is totally raw when you see me do it. And when we demonstrate the techniques of Atemi Jujitsu, you'll understand what I'm talking about, because they're beautiful as we speak. They're fast, but at the same rate, you can hurt a person as well as decapitate and kill them, if that's what you wanted to do. Martial arts brings it in a tone because it's been around for centuries. This technique, after 9/11, I decided to say to myself, hey, we need to bring forth with a different type of technique. And that technique is what I'm teaching here at my dojo or at law enforcement academies around the country, is Atemi Jujitsu. So I'm going to start off just with a mere defensive technique so you can understand and comprehension techniques with Sensei Kenshi Shihan. He's an expert, and that's why I use him as my technique. Some people say, why don't you use him with a raw person? It's easy to say, I can knock a person straight out. Anybody can do that, you know what I mean? But I'm here to teach you, not to fight. You want to see me fight, then you pay money to see me fight. So stay alert and watch me. I'm going to demonstrate a shoulder throw. Now you say, what does it significant has to do if I'm fighting a terrorist with a knife or a gun? It has a lot to do because the way you angle your body. And I really don't have to do a lot of it in my back. I'm lifting from just a mere fence of a circular motion pattern, and I treat the hand advice as you watch. Pay attention. The attacks are stepped aside, and you say, what's keeping cutting because of the angle? I'm doing this real slow and tedious so you can observe and understand it. Again, I'm throwing, and crack motion. And notice I can also put his elbow at a level that he's kind of like flexible, but at the other level I can break it. As you notice, if I go like this, you can see that already bent. Let's go to the next technique. Sometimes people say you can choke a person with the attacks. He's choking, he's attempting to choke, and it's hard for me to talk. I'm going to do aikido, not an ikkyo. Ikkyo from the ground floor to Hiragana. So I'm going to bring it up so I can control the technique. And then from this position, the arm is elevated, wrist up, down, putting pressure on his throat and on his esophagus and on his larynx as well as his vena cava, so I can get control. It's very hard for him to get up nice and simple. Now the other hand, the other one, which I'm going to be coming from, is stiff arm takedown. You see a stiff arm takedown, I can also put on his bicep, which creates stoppage to his heart or his larynx or his airway. It could also choke him. And you say, well, how can he do that with just his head? Now his wrist is locking his veins from actual movement of the veins. So that kind of creates a blood clot. So what I'm doing is, watch, now I can feel it and you can see. Let's go to the next technique. Again, some of these techniques are, you say, but they kind of look hard. They're not hard as you might think they are. He grabs, steps to the plate, and I'm going to go into an underneath looping choking technique. We'll bring him down slowly so you guys can see the loop. And then from his position, I'm bringing inside by kind of giving him and cutting off his oxygen. If I want to do that. Or I can leave him, he's still, as you notice, much manageable and easy to move around. Okay. The guy throws a punch. Remember, facilitate, he throws another punch. I got him up.
What's that? What's
now
that?
Into this.
What's that?
As you notice, I can lock both of his wrists, and by the mere offensive touching, I send him flying. Again, Mac is an expert, so he knows how to fall. In the real world, the guy would have a lot of hard time. We're using 3.5-inch mats here, if you notice. So watch the next technique again. I'll repeat a different type of technique, which looks the same. He attacks, he can come with a punch. I reverse twine this, and now I can come. As you notice, I got him locked in place, which will keep him from hurting me. Very easy. So you notice.
Waza.
You know what I mean? And he's feeling it, so, and that's why he doesn't like working with it. Then I can do a excruciating lines and an elbow out. And we're gonna get a little technical, and you notice how Max is real trained, professional as a student. The personal demeanor of a person, especially with an expert, you notice he gets right back up, scoops, and ready to another thing. That's because he's training. His training he's had with me. Again, we're coming from the back, guys. Grabbing me, he says, so how do I get out of there? Again, there's always interlocking motions. Again, it looks like a throw. Again, these techniques are devised for the person to understand. Guy grabs my wrist. As you notice, I can block him from this position. Bring him up. Lock. Underneath his wings. Putting pressure against his elbow. Sending fragments right into his heart, if I wanted to, and the lungs could collapse, or the heart. Again, if the guy attacks, say the guy decides to do a bear hug on me. Now I got this. When I bring his neck, and he's positioned his neck, he's next to me, I can actually bring him down. And that's tough works, right? It works really tedious. Again, if a guy attacks me again, let's do both hands. I'm going to do another wrist lock similar to that. As you notice, I'm doing the finger lock. Pressure. Now, it's the same way. I can throw it. Lock. Inside. Arm bar. Roll over. And then I got a lock. Simulating going back. I can break his elbow. Or it's hard for you to get up and bite me like a lot of people think. Or we think. So I don't use this lock on that. Okay, we're going to work some more. Short double arm. And this is kind of a tricky move because, as you notice, I'm double lapel throw. But of course, my buttocks is hyperextended. You know, legs like a little. But I'm throwing them over. We're going to keep on going with these techniques. Neck, he attacks. I can also block, bring them off, and the only way I can demonstrate this is do it slow so I won't hurt him. So when we do these neck, I'm also cranking the neck. See how neck slapped out? That's an indication it's letting me know he's hurt. So I won't hurt him, I have to modify it. The guy is reaching with 2 punches to the head. Roundhouse. He attacks. Punch to the midsection. I won't say it because I got people in the audience here. Turn. And we're going to kind of interlock and twine at an angle so that his ankles, the Achilles heel, would lock in place. It's hard for him to kick me or hurt. Now if I swing it, he's also double locking the body. Mechanic. Okay, we keep on going with these techniques. One arm lapel throw. The one arm lapel throw is very difficult to